Hey, welcome to Bal Harbour Village. And today I'm filming, I think it's the first time I'm filming here, new development project. And you know why? Because it's only one new development project in the whole Bal Harbour. And it's called Rivage. Stay tuned and I'll show you every detail and you will find out everything about pricing, payment structure, floor plans, architect, and you will get a feedback from the local resident. She's been here for 25 years. Her name is Rita, and she's gonna give us a full tour. First of all, thank you for your time, Rita. I really appreciate that you found some time for me to do the presentation of the project, and it's good that you've been a resident here for so long time. So it's always I think, it's my opinion, it's always helpful to hear about the project, right? If it's new development and people who's gonna watch it, to hear from someone who's like very well familiar with the neighborhood. And you said you've been here for how many years?
25 years.
25 years. And you from Rhode Island, Newport. I like that part because I just came from there. Beautiful town, beautiful town. So let's talk Rivage Bal Harbour.
Rivage Bal Harbour. So this is the only new project coming up on the ocean in Bal Harbour. If you know Bal Harbour, it's one of the most majestic places in all of Miami. It's 1 square mile of beauty. Our building is a very uber boutique building. It's only 25 stories with 55 homes.
Nice.
So
and I guess some of them will be combined, right? Probably.
So we're thinking that by the time the building is delivered, it will shrink in size. We had 56, we're down to 55. We're guessing by the time we finish, it'll be somewhere around 52 to 50 units. Okay. So it's an uber boutique building with amenities galore. We have over 20,000 square feet of amenities, 200 linear feet on the ocean, 25 stories in height, and all of the homes come completely turnkey. Okay. So the developer, which is Related Group and Two Roads, had really thought through this project. Because of the location, they wanted it to be something very special, something that nobody's done before. So if you know Bal Harbour, there's 13 buildings on the ocean. So this will be one of the 13. There's no more room, number one, to build in Bal Harbour. And also, it's very hard to purchase land because it's just not available. So this could be the only new development in the next 10 to 15 years. And
they... a little bit background about, I know myself, right, but about Related, about Two Roads, about their project, right? Related, very well known, Two Roads as well, they've done multiple projects, but maybe you can name few of them to make sure that when people see they...
Well, Two Roads right now is working on the addition, they did the beach house. Related, I could go on forever, from Baccarat to the St. Regis on Brickell to this project. They're doing Rosewood up in Hillsborough. They're doing Six Fisher down on Fisher Island. And Apogee is always a great one because it's still the highest price per square foot, not on the ocean in South Beach. So it's over time really appreciated in value and has just really set the trend for South Beach.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah.
And let's talk more about project area in general, like if you can...
So what I'd like to focus on, if it's okay with you, is the architect, because the architect is somebody who is really off the charts. SOM, which is Skidmore, Owing, and Merrill, they're out of Chicago. They did the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. They've done the World Trade Center in New York City, Hudson Yard, Baccarat Hotel. I mean, the level that they're at is just off the charts. But for them to do a 25-story building on the ocean in Bal Harbour is really lucky for us. You know, it's incredible. The interior designer is Lauren Rotet from Rotet Studios. She's out of New York. She has an office in Dallas. She has an office in LA. Also, very understated as far as interior designer goes, but again, top of her game. She did the St. Regis in Aspen. She did the Capitoluca in Anguilla. I mean, if you know, you know. So, I mean, again, the team that they've put together for this project, including Enzo Ania, who's doing our landscape architectural work, is also fabulous. And he's known throughout Miami. He's from Switzerland, but he really knows how to bring the gardens to life, which is important as well in a project.
Yeah, he did multiple projects in here. And interesting that you mentioned about those two companies, right? They are kind of well known in the world, but they are not, I would say, that well known in Miami, because most of the projects, they are, from my experience, right, they do keep working with the same companies, right? And when you have someone, it's unique.
It's
I like
interesting because if you watch the video that we've prepared, where the architect talks and the interior designer talk, they really think outside of the box. Their building has beautiful turns and waves to it, which really is something very refreshing. When the building is finished, I really think it's going to be an iconic building in Miami. It's going to set the trend for the future. Just to give you one example, there's not really another building that I can name off the top of my head where not only do you have the primary and the entertainment space facing the ocean with views to the bay, but all of the secondary bedrooms also have beautiful views to the ocean, which is how they designed the building. So every detail was really thought through to get us to where we are today.
And the floor plans, you have how many floor plates per?
So from the 2nd to the 17th floor, we have 3 homes per floor. We have a 3-bedroom, which faces the bay.
3 homes, I like the way you call it.
3 homes per floor. The smallest home that we have is 3,300 square feet, so it's still very sizely.
Generous.
And that one faces the bay with beautiful sneak peek views to the ocean. And then we have 2 4-bedrooms, which do face the ocean, one on the north side of the building and one on the south. Those range in size from 4,800 to 4,365. So as you can see, we really are delivering homes. They're very large in size. After the 17th floor, they got rid of the west-facing home and they split the building in half, and then you have 2 per floor.
Okay.
We have
also, I'd like, sorry for interruption, for those who are not familiar with the Bal Harbour as you or me, or for example, right? Units that face in the bay, they also have they will have a great views because there's nothing that blocking them, right?
So on the west side of Bal Harbour, you have homes. The only thing that we have on Collins Avenue are 4- and 5-story buildings. So the way our building is designed from the west-facing homes, you have beautiful wide open views to the bay, which if you look at the color of the water of the bay in Bal Harbour, it resembles the ocean because we have that connector of the inlet from the ocean to the bay. So those beautiful colors flow through.
Plus you have sunset.
Sunset and city views, very important,
Good. And you said then you have 2 units per 2 homes per, I'm sorry, I'm apologize. 2 homes per floor, right?
Yes, and then above, those range from 6,600 to 5,810 on the south side. And then above that are the penthouses. And we have 3 in total, 2 with pools, 3 stories. One is 10,000 facing the bay, and one is 12,600 facing the ocean.
Okay, that's good. And you said it's a turnkey, and a turnkey means what
completely
exactly?
Finished. Kitchens and bathrooms are complete. Flooring, drop ceilings with all of the hi-hats are done. All of the closets throughout the apartment are complete and finished. You have Crestron pre-wired, and in a lot of the apartment already wired. And then you have, obviously, the lighting and beautiful mirror work throughout the bathrooms.
So, kitchen?
Here we are in the kitchen of Rivage. I want you to notice all of the beautiful details. Our project is all about details. So the manufacturer of the kitchen is Molteni. They're high-end Italian company. They have a showroom in the design center in Midtown. But I want you to notice the stone that you see, the gas stove, the pot filler. All of the details is what makes the kitchen so beautiful, because we know that the kitchens are the gathering place of most families. So we make it grand, we make it open, airy. You have a full Sub-Zero freezer there. You have the full Sub-Zero refrigerator on this side, which is beautiful. All Wolf appliances. You have the convection steam oven. You have the speed oven, microwave, and coffee bar.
Mm-hmm.
The wine closet comes exactly how you see, full size. And then the storage is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to notice the detail on the inside of the cabinetry as well as the outside. Molteni finishes a beautiful, beautiful product.
Mm-hmm. And options for the flooring or for back panels. Back panels is all the same colors, or you have?
So in the marble for the countertops, you have two options.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you're looking at here and one of a Carrara stone.
Mm-hmm.
I also want you to notice the detail, the stainless steel in between the marble as well as on the floor. All of the details are what's important, because to look at it is beautiful, but you see the tiny, tiny, tiny implements and it's like, wow, it really brings it to another level.
And this size of the kitchen is
very similar to the 4-bedroom.
4-bedroom, okay.
You have an option also of the color of the wood. So this is the light oak, but you also have an option to do it in a darker wood, which I'll show you when we get to the closets.
Okay.
So here we are in the closets, also done by Molteni. The details again are very important. If you look at the beautiful fluted glass, the leather inlays that come, you also have the lighting which comes standard, and the shoe closet. All of these details are what you will find in the primary suite. In the secondary bedrooms, they also come finished just like this. Depending on the size of the floor plan, but the layout is very similar. Even right down to the vanity, which comes standard, where you have beautiful storage. And again, even the details of having electric in the desk area. Beautiful.
Yep.
Here you have the options of the flooring. You have marble or wood, or a combination of the two.
You can do wood in a whole apartment?
Yes.
Okay.
We even have a client that's doing travertine. So we make it very easy and the options are beautiful. As you come into the primary bathroom, you'll notice the beautiful marble on the walls, the travertine on the floors, and the travertine on the walls. All of the details, again, come exactly how you see, including the extra lighting in the ceiling, the mirror work, the lighting, and the shower is a double shower head with a steam.
Is that a Venetian plaster?
The Venetian plaster comes in the common areas, not inside the apartments as a standard feature, but throughout all of the common areas.
Nice. And maybe I missed it. Did you say that if there's options to choose this tone in the bathrooms, or is just a
This is how the master comes delivered,
So,
with the travertine and the marble.
Beautiful. And how high is the ceiling, by the way?
10 feet.
10 feet.
You have an option to do the lacquer finish in a white, like you see here, or a dark color.
Okay. I prefer white. That's my personal preference.
Over here, you have the powder bath. So you can see the beautiful wallpaper, the stone, the Dornbrock fixtures, the mirror, the lighting, all of the details again come standard. So here we are over at the Marquette. This is the beautiful entry from Collins Avenue. You have this grand entrance up to the porte cochere where valet will take your car. If you choose to park yourself, you just continue on down into the garage, and each home comes with a private garage.
Okay, well, nice. How many cars?
It holds 2 cars, plus you have valet as well.
Is that air-conditioned garage, or?
It is temperature sensitive.
Okay.
So in the front part of the property, you'll notice how much of a grand setback you have to the building. You have pickleball, you have paddle, you have an afternoon sun pool with a beautiful bar area for entertaining while you're there enjoying the late hours of the sun. Here at the bar, you can have food delivered. There's also another sitting area here, which really makes the afternoon very beautiful.
I like that area here.
It's a very beautiful setback. You can see how much of the amenities we have on the western property.
And the garage is...
But below ground.
Below the ground. Okay.
On the north side, you have a pavilion for the fitness center.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the same one on the south side, which is the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
If you come around to the ocean front, you have this beautiful
View
cardio
from the
room
gym.
facing the ocean, a morning sun pool, and then you see the afternoon, the restaurant area here. 200 linear feet on the ocean, and I'm sure you're aware of the walking path, which takes you from Bal Harbour all the way down to South Beach.
It's one of the best things
outdoor amenities that you could possibly have. Absolutely.
Sure. You just walk out in
There's
the morning.
nothing like it. So over here, you have the cocktail lounge on the first floor, which is exactly what you saw when you came into the showroom. It's a duplicate of what we have here. And then over here, you have a reading lounge. You know what I said
when I walked in? I was on the phone with a client, and I walked in. I'm like, okay, that's very nice. That was my thoughts.
So in the building, the lobby level is almost 18 feet high. So that cocktail lounge will have the grand ceiling heights as well, which is beautiful.
Nice, I'd love to see it.
So you have here the reading lounge, the cocktail lounge, the restaurant, and the fitness center.
Okay.
Below the first floor, you have the spa.
Below. Okay.
So it's one flight down. You have a beautiful spa with the hammam, the hot and cold plunge pools, private treatment rooms, beautiful steam room and sauna. There's a beauty salon there, so you can have your hair washed and blown out, makeup done, manicure, pedicure. They also have a movie theater room down there as well. So the level of details and finishes is something you will not find anywhere else on the ocean.
And let me ask you, on the elevators, do they gonna have, like, of course it's private elevators, but how it works, where are they distributed in the building?
So we have 3 main elevators, one that takes you to each one of the floor plans, and then we have 2 service elevators.
Okay. It is important thing to note about service elevators, because
of course
some of the buildings, they unfortunately don't have them.
Exactly. This is not that building. The level of services that you will find in this building are equal to any high-end hotel anywhere on the ocean.
Well, that's good that you have your own garage, right? Some people, they really, how to say that?
This is for a very, very unique buyer.
They don't like when the valet touch their cars.
Correct. So this is a building where you have a door that comes up. You have 2 spots that you can park yourself, or valet can put your cars into the garage. There's also a place for charging inside the garage.
Okay.
So if you have an electric car, we make it very easy.
I guess
there's also extra space there for storage.
For storage, okay. And how big is that? Do you have to, like...
you can build it out any way you want,
okay.
depending on how many cars you have here.
Okay, nice. And yeah, I like it. I think, you know, I did not ask, what is the pricing here as of now? Payment structure, groundbreaking.
Our pricing on the western side starts at $8 million. On the ocean side, it starts at $16.5 million.
Okay. And can you tell me the payment structure as of now you have? So
we're in contract. We're about to break ground in the next 45 days. Our maintenance is $2.10 per square foot. The payment schedule is a 40% deposit schedule, meaning 20% with contract, which is now. It was 10% at groundbreaking, but because that's right now also, I'm sure that will get moved out a bit, and then you have 10% at top off.
Top off, okay. And when are you planning to deliver the building?
So we are planning on delivering on the first quarter of 27. I think this is one of the best.
Look, not as a salesperson, as someone who lives 25 years in a Bal Harbour, right? I would say some tips or reasons why you live here for, like...
So we've chosen Bal Harbour to raise our family.
Okay.
The reasons back then are still very relevant today. It's a small town environment. You have the walking path on the beach, which over the years I've run hundreds of miles. It's the best outdoor amenity, whether you're in a building or live in the homes across the street. You have the Bal Harbour shops, which they're under a huge expansion right now. So for 25 years, we've had the basics, but now they're upgrading the mall to add many, many more restaurants, more shops, more of everything, which just gives you that very neighborhood type feel. You really don't have to go too far for any of your needs. You have the banks, you have the CVS's, you have Starbucks. Everything is within walking distance. And that's what we love the most. It's safe, very clean.
That's important.
They keep the city pristine. And if you go back in the day, back to even the 50s, this was the most glamorous place on all Miami Beach. This is where all the presidents came. This is where the movie stars came. And even today, this is where people want to be. If you go to Europe or anywhere around the world and you say, what do you know of Miami? They'll say Bal Harbour. And that's what's so special about it.
Okay, I really appreciate your feedback. And also I will add something from my experience of living in here, the community. I remember when we walked at, I think it was Friday or Saturday evening, they had movie night on the beach.
There's a sense of community.
Everyone can join and watch it. Plus this, I don't know what you call it, like a farmer's market or something.
They have that on the weekends down on 96th Street. They have these little garden stands set up.
It's good to have those.
It's just a beautiful, beautiful environment. I mean, it's got that neighborhood community type feel. There's a little bit for everybody. There's not one set type of person that lives here. We're open to everybody.
Lida, thank you very much for your time. It was good to see you. And it was I would say, surprise for me that we were neighbors at the Bal Harbour Village. And hopefully I'll see you soon with the clients who will
I'm looking forward to it. That's amazing.
Project.
I'm so glad you were able to come, and I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you.